Good afternoon, Oakridge. My name is Christoph Henle, and for those who don't know me, I'm an international student from Austria. Yeah, Austria, not Australia, Austria. The tiny country in the middle of Europe, for those who don't know. Well. As I started to plan my journey over here, I really tried my hardest to prepare myself for the upcoming journey. But as I found out later, I failed miserably. But I really have to say, Americans, and especially Texans, are something else for sure. For example, the amount of ice you literally put in everything you drink, your insane Tex-Mex obsession, and last but not least, the love for air conditioning. I still remember on my first day here, when I found out that schools in Texas have their classrooms colder than the Austrian winters. I remember, and I'm sure people still do this, people would make fun of me because I would wear sweaters or hoodies whenever it's 105 degrees outside, because I couldn't deal with the cold classrooms. But hey, nobody warned me about how serious y'all take air conditioning. Whenever I moved over here, I left Austria on a chilly 55-degree July morning, and I landed over here around 2 hours after the sun was set, and it was 105 degrees outside. My next point, humidity. There's absolutely no humidity in Austria. It's great. When it rains, it actually gets colder. Well, for example, it's 85 degrees, it's been a hot week, it finally starts to rain, everybody gets excited, the temperature drops, and it's back in the low 60s, maybe high 60s. Well, we all know this is not how it works over here. Here, it starts to rain and literally nothing happens. The temperature stays the same, it's still super hot outside, and it just happens to be wet. Well. What I'm getting at is that I was 16 years old, and I've never experienced humidity in my life. Let me just tell you, my first football practice with humid weather was pretty horrible. Coming to my next point, two-a-days. There's something I'll be never able to forget. Let me just tell you, my club in Austria practiced about twice, maybe 3 times a week, despite the fact it was only 80 degrees when we practiced. And all of a sudden, you practice twice a day in the Texas heat. But to be honest, those changes were some of the less serious ones that I've encountered. Going to a school that teaches everything in English, which is not my first language, and still trying to focus on football, which is what I came here for, was not always easy. Especially considering the fact that to pass a class in Austria, you have to have a 50 or above. Yeah. Y'all should have seen my face when somebody told me, hey, you have to have a 70 to even pass. But I'm not out here telling y'all how hard my life is and how miserable coming to the US is for me, because that's not true. Coming to the US was also always one of my biggest dreams. And I just want to take some time to express my gratitude. I really want to thank all of my teachers for investing so much of their time in me, and most importantly, always putting up with my German accent and helping me develop my English skills. When I first got here, people would always ask me, why? Why did you decide to come to America? And I would always give them the maybe a little arrogant answer to, hey, I want to be a football star. Well, my love for football and ambition certainly has not changed at all. But coming to such great schools over here really challenged me to focus on the bigger picture and taught me that life is about way more than just football. When I first got here, I failed 4 classes within the first 9 months of school. Well, that definitely has changed. I may not have a 4.0 like basically all of y'all, but my grades definitely have improved a lot. I realized how important it is to be a more well-rounded person and to focus on academics just as much as I did on football. Well, last but not least, I just want to say America taught me more than I ever thought would be possible, and for that, I'm eternally grateful for. Thank you.